You are a huge asset to our team and our organization. All the work that you do every day is extremely valuable. I have no clue what you do. And I just want you to know I really appreciate you, John, Jimmy, Johnny, Jamiroquai, whatever your name is. Have you ever watched a senior leader try to do the recognition thing and it just kind of lands flat? Because you know the intention may be good, but you can tell they have no clue who you are or what you do or even really care about you as a person. Well, it's critical as senior leaders that we get these small interactions right. And so in this video, let's talk about how we can have those moments where we connect with employees and have them be meaningful. Hi, I'm Chris Littlefield. I'm the founder of a company called Beyond Thank You, and I spent over 15 years helping senior leaders, managers, and individual contributors have the conversations that matter most so we can build the cultures that people love being a part of. Let's jump in. As a senior leader in the organization, you have a disproportionate impact on your organization's culture. Employees are looking at every communication, action, or lack thereof for signals is, do they care about me? Do they value me? Do I belong here? And is it worth giving my time and energy every single day to this organization? And so it's critical that we get those small interactions right. Now, how do we create that sense of belonging, that sense of people feeling seen and valued when we have maybe hundreds, thousands of employees spread out around the world? Well, I'll never forget a story that I heard from a Delta ground crew member back several years ago when I was doing my original research on recognition. I said, what makes a great acknowledgement from a boss or supervisor? And he goes, you know what? He goes, I work as a bouncer in a bar, and then I work for Delta as a ground crew member, but it's only a part-time job, so I do the bouncing work on the side. And he goes, during Thanksgiving, senior managers were flying around the country, and whenever they came into town, they would come into our break room and they'd sit down with us and they would ask us about our work and what we're working on and what it's like to do our job and what ideas we have to be able to improve the work that we're doing every day. And he goes, I have never felt more valued by an organization. And as soon as I have the opportunity to be able to work for Delta full time, I will do that. If you look at what the Delta leaders did, is it wasn't about what they said. It was about the questions they asked. It's the fact that they took time to sit down for 10, maybe 15 minutes while they were probably in town for a business meeting to be able to sit down with the ground crew members and ask them questions about their job and what it's like to do their job every single day. As a mentor of mine, Dr. Mark Goldstein, who sadly passed away a couple years, used to always say, it's less important what we say to others than what we empower others to say to us. And so as a senior leader, you don't need to say the right thing. You just need to connect with people and ask the right questions. So when you're walking around the organization, instead of saying, thank you so much for all that you do, ask people, what is it like to do what you do? Tell me about your job. And although you think, I don't have time to do this, I'm in a rush and I'm busy, well, actually, it's going to probably take 2 to 3 minutes. And those 2 to 3 minutes will have bigger returns on that employee's experience at work and their tenure with your company than whatever it is you're going to work on. So next time, instead of trying to recognize people, instead come in and say, hey, I know people here do a lot of extraordinary work. Tell me what it's like to do your job. Who's somebody in the organization doing really great work? Tell me about it. And then just listen and ask follow-up questions. And then afterwards, thank them for the amazing work they do, because now you know what it is. I'm Chris Littlefield from Beyond Thank You. And if you want to get training for your senior leaders or your managers on how to get recognition right in your organization and the simple things that we can do every day to build a culture where people feel valued every day, check out my programs at beyondthankyou.com. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, and share with at least one other person who you know it'll make a difference for. Together, let's build those cultures where people feel valued every day. Take care.